Titans have a good defense. They are 8th in pass rush win rate and 16th in run stop, although I think they've been better as of late. Teams rushing direction, they seem to have success on the left end and the right end and middle left, as well as maybe quarterback scrambles. Passing charts on the Titans, they seem to do a fairly good job keeping throws in front of them. Not a lot of explosive or deep passes. Some have had success throwing deep right, kind of deep middle, in the zones on the left and right side. They kind of play a 25 to 30% man percentage and a 55 to 60% zone. Their safeties seem to not be their best coverage. Quandre Diggs, number 28, Amani Hooker, 37, and Kenneth Murray has given up the most touchdowns at 3. In zone, Quandre Diggs, their safety, is their best coverage guy, and their cornerbacks don't do as well in zone. In terms of pass rush, Arden Key is rushing 92.5% of the time. He has 13 total pressures of any kind, although Harold Landry has the most at 14. His win rate is only 3.3%, whereas Arden Key is at 14%. Jeffery Simmons is at 11%. Besides their edge and defensive interior, Kenneth Murray, linebacker, rush is at 16%, as well as their other linebacker, Jerome Baker, at 13%. Harold Landry, outside linebacker, number 58, generated a team-high 18 pressures and 4 sacks on 139 pass rushes this season, averaging a get-off time of 0.72 seconds, the fastest of his career. Landry has accounted 40% of the Titans' sack this season, second highest sack share in the NFL. Here's his pass rush chart. Seems like he generates most pressures on either bull rushes or to the inside. Jeffery Simmons generated a season-high 7 pressures and a sack on 37 pass rushes, 18.9% in Week 9 against the Patriots, including 3 pressures in under 2.5 seconds. Simmons generated 3 pressures on 12 matchups, 25% against Patriots center Ben Brown, including 1 quick pressure. Simmons has now recorded at least a 15% pressure rate in 2 consecutive games after failing to do so in a single game prior to Week 8. Harold Landry finished with the team leading 4 pressures on 22 pass rushes against the Jets, 18.2% pressure rate. He also recorded 2 sacks. Other Titans pass rushers recorded a sack and had multiple pressures. Titans defense has held opposing rushers to 2.7 yards per carry on design runs directed inside the tackles this season first, but have allowed 5.6 yards per carry on design runs outside the tackles, 29th. They drafted Devondre Sweat, who is a huge defensive tackle, so that's probably why they're having a lot of success inside. Titans have tackled opposing rushers for a loss or no gain on a league-high 30% of design runs directed inside the tackles. Titans are also one of 4 teams not allow any such carries to gain 10 or more yards this season, but have allowed 8 design runs directed outside the tackles to gain 10 or more yards, tied for 3rd most. The Titans have contacted opposing running backs on 45% of carries this season, the 7th highest rate in the NFL, generating a league-high run stuff rate of 25%. After allowing 53 rush yards over expected in their first 3 games, the Titans allowed negative 28 rush yards over expected in their Week 4 matchup against the Dolphins, as they hope to reestablish a run defense that allowed negative 71 rush yards over expected in 2023, the 6th fewest in the NFL. Titans run defense shut down the Dolphins' design running game, limiting Dolphin ball carriers to 72 yards on 26 design runs, negative 43 rushing yards over expected, 7th lowest by defense in a game this season. The Dolphins average negative 0.68 EPA per carry on design runs, 4th lowest mark in the game this season. Despite trailing for most of the game, the Dolphins called more run plays, 30, than pass plays, 24 on the night. I believe that was because Tua was injured. So the Titans appear to run. They show a cover 2, and one of the safeties typically would drop down, and then it ends up looking like a cover 1, but it's more of a cover 3, kind of similar to how the Steelers play. So you'll see a lot the linebacker at the top. He's kind of manned up on the running back. The top side cornerback is manned up on his man, and it looks like the rest of the guys are playing zone. At the bottom, the 2 wide receivers are going straight up the field, and it's a 1 versus 2 on those 2 wide receivers. So that's essentially how they play most part. Sometimes the cornerbacks will play off and you get more of a cover 3, which looks kind of like a cover 1, but it's actually more of a cover 3.